Good morning, Gemini. This is Glamour Spell Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for subscribing, putting your energies here. This is going to be your general collective reading for love for May. When I say general collective reading, I mean the whole message might just resonate with you, or maybe parts of it, or maybe just one sentence. Take what resonates, apply common sense, see how it fits in your life. I am using the Making Magic cards. I'm using this as oracle cards. They have been extremely accurate, but in general, when I'm not doing tarot readings, I'm using them for making spells, and they are really cute. Love charm. It's funny because I've actually seen this card while I was shuffling. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Beautiful. Like this pause in talking was because my mom is a Gemini, and her husband died a few years back. And when I've seen this card, and I was like, maybe luck will be on her side, and she will find a life partner again. Insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think you will be able to see this person coming. I think you will be able to know that they are coming your way. You have been wishing for this. You have been manifesting for this life partner. You have been trying to attract a meaningful lover. Tree of Life. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this card. The tree of life is a very powerful symbol. Like a tree, we ground ourselves in this life, and like a tree, we grow and we try to reach the sky. True wisdom and making good choices in life. So, if you have been trying to attract someone in your life, a soulmate, a lover, a life partner, be sure to trust your intuition. Your intuition is very heightened at this point in time, and that's what gives you the true wisdom in making these good choices in life. And then you have Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. There are a lot of things you are manifesting here, Gemini. Quite a bit of things. So maybe you want this relationship, this partnership to be the full package, right? Two loving partners, two loving individuals that come together, that are brought together by love, and then they work together towards shared goals. Um, and obviously, one of the goals is stability, making yourself stable, making yourself grounded, making yourself abundant, and that's extremely normal. Let's see what the tarot has to say for Gemini for Love May 2020, please. Gemini Love May 2020. Gemini. Nine of Swords. I feel that not only you, Gemini, but all of us have been in this nightmarish energy. We are surrounded by a lot of fear because we don't really know what's exactly going to happen. All right? So, this period of isolation, the threat of a deadly virus moving around sounds like the scenario of a sci-fi movie, and we definitely had quite a bit of those. If you guys think of Contagion and other movies like that, Hollywood predicted this very accurately, and this was one of the, to me, it's a horror movie type of scenario. But anyway, you guys take it as it is. So I feel that there has been a lot of fear and there has been a lot of misinformation going around. You read the news, everything is contradictory. Then you have the scientist that comes out and says something, and then you have the doctor that comes out and says something else. And in all of this, we are trying to live our earthly lives. But suddenly we are exposed to something global, to something that is affecting or has the potential to affect the whole population of the globe. So from where we are pretty much right on in our daily lives, focused on what we have to do, go to work, I don't know, cook, do dishes, take a shower, repeat, right? So from where, this is just an example, maybe your life is way more interesting than that, okay? But this is an example for you guys to understand what I'm trying to mean. So from where we have been turning somehow, I wouldn't say, so the word that comes to my mind right now is egotistical, because we look at our lives, we look at something very limited. Today we are faced with the perspective of having ourselves as part of humanity, and something that impacts humanity can impact everyone, right? So I feel that everything that is happening around has been keeping you up at night. You are fighting all of the shadows, you are fighting all of this horror scenarios that are thrown at us. You will see in this card, not only she's surrounded by those swords, she is holding her head in her hands as a sign of despair. There is a lot of despair in this card. But then the blue in the background, that's a symbol for serenity. But in order to reach that serenity, you need to get out of the things that surround you. And it's funny because I felt this morning like wearing my turquoise bracelet, and this is a symbol of power and of protection. I don't know why I felt the need for that. So you have been surrounded by this negative energies, all the influx of information that is coming towards you is making you create all this nightmarish scenarios. This is a card of self-fulfilling prophecy. This is a card of being trapped in your own mind. You see shadows where there are none, okay? But I can understand it in the global context. I'm not casting judgment on anyone, right? You guys need to know that if there is someone out there that has an inability to judge, that's me. I just cannot judge. This is a card I've seen actually. And this is a card of hope. This is a card of hope. Maybe through your ability of opening your intuition, opening your insight, opening your third eye, you are trying to bring in your life this hope. You are trying to see where there is hope. And you are trying to do this through enlightenment. Okay? The star is also a wish upon a star. Maybe you have been wishing to attract this loving partner in your life. Maybe you have been manifesting for money and income and a balance between the two of them, and the ability to make good choices in life, make the right choices. This is also very much a card of healing. You are trying to heal this energy where that doesn't let you sleep at night, all the negativity that surrounds you, all the demons that you are trying to constantly battle. Okay? So you see, she's receiving a lot of enlightenment here. She's connected between the divine and the Tellurian. There are these two tornadoes behind her, but they are behind her. They are past her. Well, in the context of this, you would look of it. So if you're in this energy clear, you look at it and it's like, how can she not see those tornadoes that are coming towards her? Right? They are behind her. But what if they pass? What if they passed and it didn't affect her? On the contrary, it enlightened her, it gave her new superpowers. There are this, so here in this clear blue water pond, you'll see those hands trying to reach, and I feel that they are trying to reach for this enlightenment that she is offering around. Everyone is trying to reach at this hope. And I feel this is what you are basically doing. You are trying to raise your vibration, and you are trying to make yourself more grounded, more stable. You are trying to heal yourself. You are trying to cope with your fears, and you are trying to make yourself aware that you actually have the ability to make good choices in life. You have the ability to manifest money and income. You have the ability to attract a loving partner and a loving partnership. This is a card that came out a lot this month for all of the signs, and I'm definitely not surprised about it, because we are in a time where we are asked to be on pause. Okay, we are asked to awaken ourselves. And again, I'm not surprised this card came out. I was just mentioning awakening, right? You have the insight card, open the third eye to strengthen intuition. So you have put yourself upside down in order to gain a new perspective on life. In order to gain a new perspective, in order to understand what's really important for you, and to manifest it from a place of calm, of meditation, from a place where you have healed whatever traumas you had to heal, and you are not manifesting from a place of lack, because if you do that, you kind of perpetuate that idea and that lack in your life. Okay? This awakening might have started around the solar eclipse on the 26th of December. Something might have shifted for you. Okay. If you see the hanged man here, he has a magician hat and a magician cape. And attached to that magician hat, you have this heavy weight. But he's holding to his hat. He could just let it go. This individual understands that in order for them to be able to manifest their best life, they need to be able to get this awakening. They need to maybe go through hardships. Okay. And even if it's complicated to manifest, this individual understands that this is what they want. This is their biggest wish. Okay? And you have the wish card here. You have the wish card. You understand that you cannot have your wishes granted if you are in this nightmare type of energy. So then you put yourself upside down. And you're like, okay, let me try to receive this enlightenment. And you see the lightnings here. And we had the lightning here as well. So there are similarities between these two cards. This individual seems to, maybe someone has been losing money, and that gives them a sense of instability. Okay. Because you see, he has money and gold falling away from him. And you have here the Trinca 5 card, manifesting money and income. So maybe you're trying to manifest more income in your life as well. You're trying to see things from a different perspective. You're definitely trying to get out of that Nine of Swords type of energy. And then you have the World card. This is a card of great abundance. This is a card that speaks about closing a cycle. Here, Mother Earth, she's in her power. She's not a young woman, but she's still very fertile. She's still very abundant. If you look at the setting behind her, it's this old factory where nature took over. You have rainbow colors, And you have the third eye here. Insight. Closing this cycle is going to give you insight. The third eye. Opening your third eye. Opening the third eye in order to receive this true wisdom and have the ability to make good choices in life. She has this snake on her arm. For Christians, yes, I know it means deception and other things like that, but for many cultures, the snake means wisdom. The snake means wisdom. She has grains in the other hand. She has this cocoa beans here. She has a typewriter where she writes her own life, the story of her own life. The story of her own life is written in binary code. You have a sequence of 0 and 1s there. So it's still for us to be discovered, right? But there is abundance, there is a promise of abundance. You just need to believe. To me, this looks like an Egyptian cross. Nature takes over, and you need to roll with the cycle. You need to accept the enlightenment that in order to have your wishes fulfilled, you have to close the cycle first. You have to close the cycle first. And it's not always easy to close cycles because we get very much attached to the things we know, and it's hard for us to accept new things in our lives. You'd be surprised. You would actually be surprised. If money has been on your mind, if your finances, if your stability have been on your mind, please know that next week, or in a few days from now actually, I'm going to post a money, career, finances reading on the channel for May. So make sure to check that, because I see here the string cup 5. Okay, let's see what comes next. Queen of Pentacles. And as I was talking about stability, I could feel it before the card came out. I could definitely feel this. You want to feel grounded. You want to me, the Queen of Pentacles is the perfect wife, the perfect mother. She takes care of the house, she takes care of the kids, she takes care of business. Look at her, she's sitting there in her power. She's golden. Again, a sense of nature, of communion with nature, a sense of abundance. She's very grounded. That dress of hers looks like roots of a tree. She has the ability to create. You have the DNA here. She has the ability to create her own abundance. Her hair looks like, how do you call those? You know how the Romans would have, and then you have all these tree leaves, and then you have these trees with bearing fruits here. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But your stability is very much on your mind. And again, you want that perfect package. You definitely want that perfect package. You want stability with a partner, obviously, but you also want to be in your own power. And as I say stability with a partner, I looked at the bottom of the deck, and you have the Hierophant. We are going to pull more cards, don't worry about it, but we have the Hierophant. This is a card that speaks about tradition. This is about society structures. This could also be a higher power, being guided by a higher power, being guided to open your third eye, to strengthen your intuition, to believe and to receive, to be open to receive this true wisdom in making good life choices. But this is also a card that speaks about marriage, right? Marriage is part of tradition. So let's continue. Let me continue here. 7 of Wands. You have been defending yourself. You felt like you have been attacked from all sides. Nothing good was coming your way. But now, here, Gemini, you need to think if all of these things that you have been defending against, were they real threats or were they your demons that you are really fighting? You see in this card, and in general in the tarot decks, when you have the Seven of Wands, you have this guy in some warrior pose, um, defending himself against something, right? But you never see other individuals around um, that are attacking him. So, is this a real threat, or are you fighting your own demons, your own fears? However, they both can impact your life in the same way, in a negative way, right? So, I understand from where this feeling of having to defend yourself comes from. He's defending himself. He's very much, but he can handle. There is a sense of having the ability to handle whatever comes his way. He's not afraid, this guy. Starman. Actually, this deck is called the Starman Tarot. Okay, this deck has 79 cards because it has two versions of the Magician, which is the Starman in this deck. And this is the extra card. I was just talking about manifesting. You have this with the Trinca 5, a strong sense of manifesting. With the love charm, attract a lover, that's manifesting as well. You have this individual here that is in this yoga pose trying to receive enlightenment. He's at peace because you can only, it's exactly what I was explaining you in the beginning of this reading, right? You can only manifest from a place of calm, of tranquility, from a place where you open yourself to receive. If you try to manifest from a place of lack, then somehow you kind of keep manifesting the same thing over and over and over again. So you need to quiet your mind, you need to quiet your demons, you need to understand your fears clearly, but the more you understand them, the more you have the ability to overcome them. This is a given. The second you start, because we tend to be afraid of the things that we cannot grasp, our human mind cannot grasp. But the more we understand the events, the more we understand our own fears, the more we have the ability to manifest. You see how much energy, and I feel he's receiving all this energy. He's open to receive. He's open to receive through his third eye. Look how illuminated his third eye is. I cannot emphasize enough. And definitely you open your third eye and your chakras, and you open yourself towards being able to manifest and to receive through meditation. Trust me, guys, I have never been the one to really meditate until maybe a couple of years back. Well, I tried in the past. Maybe I tried for the past 10, 11 years to meditate. But it has been at times impossible, absolutely impossible, because I have this inability to quiet my mind, right? You guys need to know that if I feel like sharing different things, it's because somehow I'm guided to, and because it's part of the reading, right? Even when I'm telling you stories about myself, because I'm not really a person that enjoys opening up too much. So, and I don't really enjoy talking about myself. So it has been very difficult for me to be able to meditate. So I had to make a lot of efforts. For example, until recently, this yoga thing, I was looking at it, I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. This is too slow. This is too quiet. I don't like the pace. I cannot breathe right on the moves, and so on and so forth. So I was giving myself a lot of excuses. Now, every morning before I do all of my other workouts, and in general before I do your readings, I make a point out of doing yoga and having a little bit of time of quieting my mind and meditating, so I am open to receive and bring you the best messages for yourselves. So in the same way, through this analogy, because that's why I mentioned it, this is what you have to do. Try to quiet your mind in however way that works for you. You have a lot of free resources on YouTube that can help you um, meditate and teach you how to meditate. The Ace of Cups. Again, with the Ace of Cups, it can go two ways. You definitely wish for new love. The Ace of Cups basically is a new beginning in love. And I'm not surprised, because the first card that came out is the love charm. You are definitely trying to attract a lover, a life partner, a good friend, someone that you can spend the rest of your life with. So that's very clear. But you want this love to be very grounded, and this love is going to grow against all odds. Because you see, this cup has roots, is building roots, is growing roots from magma, from lava, right? And then you have the lotus. Lotus pose, yoga, meditation. There is a theme here, Gemini. There is definitely a theme. And I have been so compelled this morning to do my yoga routine first before I started this. And then I was like, now I'm ready to do the reading for Gemini. This is new love, but this is going to be abundant, a lot of tranquility. You see, again, this symbol, this color, the turquoise color. I was just telling you, I felt compelled to wear my turquoise bracelet this morning. Tranquility, protection, power. Because turquoise was a stone that was very much worn by royals, actually. This love, the universe wants to fill your cup of love. The universe definitely wants to fill your cup of love. So you need to be sure of this. It's divinely guided, but it's also a sense of healing. With the Ace of Cups, is also always a sense of healing. And I have been mentioning this healing with the Star card. There are some fears that you have to heal. Queen of Swords. This is someone who has been very hurt in the past. She can be cold at times. She is, however, very intelligent, very rational, cynical here and there. But I don't blame people that are cynical. I'm like that at times, so it's part of life. But she's very logical. She's very rational. Again, a sense of divinely guided, because you have this old book of knowledge here. She has the knowledge. She has gained the knowledge. I don't know why this comes to my head, the book of life. She has been writing her own book of life. And you have the Three of Life here. And then I was just telling you with the world card, writing your own story. Writing your own story. But she's divinely guided by the gods. This to me looks like an Aztec mask. An Aztec symbol. The Aztec gods. She holds, and it's funny because she holds a sword in one of her hands. And then she holds a wand. She's also very passionate about following her goals, her purpose. Whatever she sees from a logical perspective that she needs to follow. And again, the turquoise color. There are different shades of turquoise here. But this is a very predominant color that I can feel, that I can sense for you guys. Even here, look at him. That sense of tranquility. That sense of tranquility. You might be dealing with someone, or this could definitely be you, Gemini, because you are an air sign. Maybe you work with technologies, or maybe you work in law enforcement or military. And if that is the case, thank you so much for your service, and thank you for keeping us all safe. This could also be a doctor, right? So thank you so much for keeping us all safe through this pandemic. It really means a lot. The Prince of Pentacles. I've actually seen this. This is a slow, grounded offer that is coming towards you. So, but this is the only knight that crosses the finish line. he doesn't have a GPS. This again is a card that came out quite a little bit, and I'm not surprised because the whole global events are having an impact on how we live our daily lives. And I've started leading with this idea, right? This guy here, if this is the lover you are trying to attract in your life, well, no, he has no GPS, also no sense of direction. But he's listening to the music of his heart. And that's a good thing. He's listening to his intuition because you see, instead of the GPS, he took this sound system. But that's not a good thing. There is a sense of being a dreamer here, a little bit of a dreamer. But this is a very stable, grounded type of energy. You see this horse that is bringing him towards you with his pentacle. This horse makes me think of the mechanism inside of a watch, of an old watch, of a mechanical watch, right? So what this card tells to me, it's all about divine timing. Things will happen in divine timing. And once you start healing and putting things into perspective and you start using your logic. Let's pull one more card for you, Gemini, and then we are closing this reading. The Prince of Swords. This could be you. You definitely could encompass this energy. Or maybe this person that you're trying to attract in your life has been very hurt in the past. Because you look at this image. Or this could be you who has been very hurt in the past. You feel like you have been stabbed. And in general, the Prince of Swords, it's someone who takes quick, very, very quick action. However, in the artwork in this deck, you see this guy, he has been shot. There are a lot of dangers all around him. You have like this bomb here. A lot of dangers. It seems like everything is collapsing around him, but he's still standing. He is still standing, man. And he's ready to go after what he wants. He does not let the past hurts impact his future. He just doesn't let that happen. He just doesn't let that happen. And he's healing it. He's healing it and he's ready to take action. This person is ready to take action. Once they have managed to heal and they have discovered the direction that they're going to. Yeah, there is a sense of gathering more information. To me, this card makes me think very much of gathering information on social media. I don't know why. Maybe because of the artwork. The princess here, this is the Page of Swords, right? Maybe someone is spying, gathering more information, trying to see how they can approach you, how they can come towards you, how they can take a role in your life. Maybe this is someone you haven't been in touch with for a long time and they are checking you out on Facebook, trying to see if you are single, if you are with someone. You see this woman here, she kind of blends with the background behind her. And also in this card, in both of these cards, you have these orbs, right? It's very much divinely guided. You have to listen to your spirit guides, to your higher self, right? Again, the skull here, you see the skull here, but it has light from his third eye. It has light from its third eye. Beautiful. She sits here like Spider Woman, ready to attack. There is a sense of urgency in all of this, but you have to go through the steps. You definitely have to go through the steps, but I would say expect the unexpected because things are about to change. Things are about to change. However, make sure you take your time to heal, right? This is all I had for you, Gemini, for May 2020 for love. I might actually come back later this month with a bonus love reading, but we'll see. about that. So if you have resonated with this, please drop me a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. In between, I need you guys to stay safe, meditate, try and heal whatever past trauma, and love and light.